In today's video, helping school leaders understand the value of coaching, featuring LaTyia Rolle. Hello, coaches! Welcome back to another episode of Coach Better Quick Tips. My name is Kim Caffino, and I've worked with hundreds of teachers, coaches, and leaders in schools around the world to help them create thriving and sustainable instructional coaching programs. And I'm on a mission to help you coach better. Wherever you are in your coaching journey, we can support you. Come learn with us in one of our courses or private mentoring packages designed specifically for instructional coaches. Join our global Coach Better community, ask any questions you'd like to hear us answer, and find all of our resources for instructional coaches on our website at coachbetter.tv. You can also find us on social media at Eduro Learning or on our Coach Better Facebook group, and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos. If you're not sure where to start, take our free quiz to get a tailored list of resources delivered straight to your inbox and designed specifically for your level of coaching experience. Find it at coachbetter.tv/quiz. In today's episode, we're talking about how to help your school leader understand the value of coaching. This is a highlight from one of my favorite episodes from a previous season. If you're a longtime Coach Better listener, you know I almost always ask school leaders how coaches can help their administrators understand the value of coaching, and the responses are always so insightful. Today's clip is another great example of that, featuring LaTyia Rolle, currently elementary school principal at the International School of Brussels. If you've been coaching for any length of time at all, you know that your school leader's understanding of coaching can make or break your program. And that understanding and support can change anytime you get a new administrator. Being able to articulate in leadership language what makes coaching so valuable is an essential skill for all instructional coaches. Even if you find yourself working with a supportive and mission-aligned leadership team today, just having one person change on that team can make a huge impact. Or if you decide to move on to another school, you may suddenly find yourself working with an administrator where you may not have a long-standing relationship, and you may have to articulate the value of coaching. I have been in both of those situations many times myself. So many of my clients unexpectedly find themselves having to be the champion of instructional coaching with their school leadership team, and it can be a tough place to be. If that's something you're currently wrestling with, this episode is for you. And if you want to work through these ideas at an even deeper level, stay tuned until the end of the episode to hear how we can support you in our courses for coaches. And even before you get there, make sure to download our free leadership quick guide with tons of great quotes like what you'll hear from LaTyia today in leadership language from previous Coach Better episodes that you may be able to use to articulate the value and purpose of coaching with your school leaders today. Okay, let's jump into the clip. You were talking earlier, this is going back to something you said earlier, and I want to try to make it into one of the questions that's on the list, which is leaders seeing coaches like their life jacket. How do we help school leaders recognize the value of coaching and that it's okay to want a life jacket? And similarly, that it's also okay for teachers to want a life jacket, because I think, especially in our high performing international schools where it is, you mentioned competitiveness in your last response, where it is super competitive, sometimes there is this fear that if I let any element of vulnerability in, then if it's something I should be able to do on my own, I must do it on my own. But it's right. We only have so many hours in the day. You can't always do everything on your own.
Right. So Kim, what's the question? Just talk about the life jacket.
It's two parts. The first part is, how do you help leaders see that it's okay to have a life jacket or want life jackets for their teachers? And how do you help teachers see that it's okay to have a life jacket? And you could do in either order, whichever one strikes your fancy.
Okay. No, because I was like, I could go on I know we only have so much time, but I could go on and on about what you just shared. So for the leader piece, everyone says, oh, leadership can be so isolating. It can be. Oh, leaders kind of, so much is on our shoulders. Absolutely. There is. Again, the best support for a leader is someone to provide clarity, because the clearer we are in what is low priority, what is high priority, am I in the weeds? Am I up in the clouds? Is this a global perspective of everything? Is this kind of a rote perspective and ground level. Is this vertical teaming? Is this horizontal articulation? And so clarity is the biggest piece. And the clearer, we both wear glasses, right? We go and get our eyes checked every year so that we can make sure that we still have clarity to be effective in our work. And so I would say that is the best analogy for the leader and the life jacket. The life jacket provides me with clarity on the things that I can and can't do. You and I have presented a few times together now, Kim. I love that what's on my plate activity, in which everyone has a plate and they write down the many things that are on their plate and they look at one piece, one item that's on that plate. But in addition to that, seeing all the things on the plate is a little overwhelming. And so it gives you a minute to go, I do have a lot on my plate. And you know what? I'm doing okay. Or you know what? I'm not doing okay. But I'm owning where I'm at. I'm saying it. And I'm taking one step closer towards being able to support and achieve and meet and solve and plan and construct and maybe eliminate some of these pieces by taking the time to really look at them. So coaches do allow you an opportunity to put on the jacket, buckle it up, make sure it's on tight, adjust it, instead of running and doing and being all the things. So I would say that's definitely for leaders. For teachers, it really is about the collective teacher efficacy. I love collective teacher efficacy because it's the most powerful effect size, as we know, with all of Hattie's work. And so teachers to, again, be the ones that can do it all. And they might have one or two people sometimes. Oh man, these people are my go-to people. I was just at a conference, as you know, with some early childhood educators. And I said, talk about the attributes of that one person that you have on campus that when you go to, they just excite you, they get you encouraged about the day, and you just feel like you could take it all on. And I said, now of those attributes, how are you able to bring those to your students? And can you be that person for your students? And oftentimes it's like, well, yeah, but it's always better when I see that person. Same with our teaching team, same with our colleagues, same with a coach. We're always better when we have that person to help kind of get us focused, hype us up, help us, that's a different perspective. Again, pause a little bit and take a moment to really reflect. We can't keep doing the same thing, even if it's working 1,000% well. Our students are changing, our world is changing, our families are changing. And at international schools, this happens at such a rapid rate. We can keep some core structures in place, absolutely. But we really have to have the freedom to say, let's look at parts of this. And maybe this worked last year. I don't know if this is going to work this year, but I know what sixth grade is doing might work for me right now. I know what the third grade team did last year would really work for me right now. What first grade is doing is not going to work. I don't even want to go there or touch that. But I think it's really cool and I'd like to do it, but I can't do it right now. And so a coach, again, is that outside person to help you with funneling through all those pieces, going through those thoughts. And again, it's people say the thought partner, and I'm going to go back to facilitator because it is really hard to be in it and also help structure the conversation. And we ask that a lot of our grade level and department leaders and heads and chairs. We ask that of them. So if we're going to, when we come together with them, we need to then be the coach for them or provide them with a coach so that they can be better when they're going back to their teams.
Thanks for watching this clip with LaTyia today. I think it is so important for coaches to have this conversation because no matter where you are in your coaching journey, you need to be prepared to advocate for coaching. Even brand new coaches can often end up being the only one in their school setting who truly understands the value and purpose of instructional coaching. That's why we include coaching advocacy in all of our courses for coaches at the level that's right for your experience. Each of our 3 global cohorts will help you take that next step in your coaching advocacy, either as a brand new coach in getting started as an instructional coach, or as a current coach in the Coach Certificate and Mentorship Program, or as a coach who's ready to lead in Coaches as Leaders. Find all the details about all of our courses for coaches at coachbetter.tv/learn and select the course that's just right for your current experience level. Global cohorts for each course open once a year. Find all the details for each course at coachbetter.tv/learn. Plus, on that page, you'll also find all of our free workshops for coaches so you can keep learning before you decide which course is right for you. If you'd like a transcript of today's conversation and all of our other resources for instructional coaches, head over to our website at coachbetter.tv to find the show notes for today's episode. If you've made it this far into the episode today, let's chat. Leave me a comment below, find me at Eduro Learning on social media, and send me a direct message about what you took away from today's episode, and let's start a conversation. Let's see how we can work together to create a thriving coaching culture in your school setting. See you next time.